Halo. I'm trying not to get my here because I see with this camera it's like a little like of a character look like I'm tired, so it's like my nose is like this to the screen, it's like I'm Humpty and Schmack, then my lips are like all over the screen, it's like it's like a character, it's like I'm being joking, so I'm trying not to put that all out there because this is not like professional stuff like I was doing when I was living on Forest Avenue. I was doing stuff with the camera, lighting perfect. I was doing stuff thorough. This is way more impromptu, but I gotta tell you this. As I discussed before, all of the Harmaphroditites from Sanjaya down, from the time they started their rebellion, were committed to the destruction of the Shaddai goddesses, specifically Easter and Shigar, okay? Easter, my ancient mother, Shigar, Scarlett Johansson's ancient mother, okay, as I said, produced menage a trois in the womb, put in Easter, soulmates from eternity. Okay, this is the point. The point is this. Every group but the Hindus, including Colin Jost, was committed to producing bots. There's a difference. Only the Hindus were committed to producing bots superior to Shaddai goddesses. Yes, women bots. The word Bollywood means bot Hollywood. It means that women are bots. And now you finally see, if you look on just Bollywood, the bots produced, Yahweh actually said, I'm concerned and I don't like what the Hindus are doing because they're going to produce bots better than the Shaddai goddesses, and they're shutting me out of the process. They're going to make me look bad. Yahweh said they're actually going to make me look bad. And so now the Bollywood bots are basically replacing the Hindu goddesses, and this is something that Sanjaya was committed to, but not to the bots. The Hindus committed to a superior production and product than the Shaddai goddesses, but also took themselves completely out of the rebellion because they knew Sanjaya was a hermaphrodite and was committed to the destruction of the superior seed Hindu woman from Sri Lakshmi on down, and also that he was too powerful to oppose. So they literally went on with their commitment and walked away. And you now see on Bollywood these superior seed bots, yes, from genetic material produced. You may not know this, but trillions of years ago, the American government and the military, I watched a commercial once in ancient Temple City, underground. There was a video chamber that's destroyed, and you could actually watch a commercial sent to military men advertising Scarlett Johansson bots. Colin Jost in the movie Sanjaya and in the movie of all the Harmaphrodites, the Book of the Dead, said that eventually we would sell bots, and this was like hundreds of trillions of years ago, because he was committed to the Scarlett Johansson bot model. They sold for $1 million a piece, and they literally would do whatever the men said, and they literally came with an insurance policy, and they literally showed military men just making the Scarlett Johansson bot just submit in this robe, and they would just rape her, just have sex with her on the spot, and then tell her to walk away. And it advertised having this perfect superior seed woman that they used from her genetic code that was produced by Colin Jost because he's an evil genius, and that you could kill her and you would get her a free refund when you purchased her with insurance. Yes, this was hundreds of trillions of years ago in America, and literally the American government's military said their ships and their guns all said Amalek. This is the ancient past history. Yeah, you didn't know that. Yes, that Colin Jost's plan for Scar included from Jump Street bots. It's something he discussed in the movie Sanjaya and in the Book of the Dead, and in his movies Ancient. The secret plan was bots. Yes, he has made a fortune off of Scarlett's genetic code, killing her in death porn cum shots, and selling her bots to military men, and they keep the bots secret. Yes. This is the kind of stuff. And you think bots are something new? The government is punking you out by telling you that mind control is something new. Bots are a thing of the future. Bots have been around for trillions of years. Trillions of years. Maybe hundreds, okay? It was his immediate plan, okay? Yeah. But like I said, the Hindus deliberately chose to introduce the bots only when they saw the ancient superior seed, highest caste and superior seed Hindu women from the darkest to the whitest, yes, going away. And that are going away simply because of Harmaphroditiism. And the worst part is Sanjaya isn't even Hindu. He is an apostate demon that ruled over Scorpius, which literally was over the realm, like I said, going toward the south, from San Diego to Chula Vista to Tijuana, and was more so a corrupter of Mexico and of our country, of our whole American continent, and was actually the first El Chapo. He didn't come down and bring anything but evil. He brought the drug industry. He brought the El Chapo mindset. He was the first El Chapo. He was a charlatan and a fraud. So he hijacked the Hindu religion that was committed to superior seed women. Why? You can't produce superior seed women that the Hindus produced and have hermaphroditism. They don't go together. Sanjaya brought in the ruin of the Hindu religion, perverted the idols, perverted the religion, and as you know today, what you hear about in India is outrageous hatred of Catholics, murder, and superior state women are singled out, killed on a bus, beat up, raped. They complain they'll kill the whole family because Sanjaya hijacked Hinduism along with people like Azazel in the form, as I said before, of Ganesha. Okay, so once again, these are the things you're facing, okay? And so I'm looking at the Just Bollywood site, and I see these perfect superior seed, these same bots that look like superior seed women that have never existed before in India, okay? That the Hindus were committed to producing, and they committed it. And you know they're geniuses, okay? They're just not the evil geniuses like Sanjaya. These Hindu men, as ancient Hindu men in India were, are committed to the beauty of women. They're like me, which is a big reason why I have such equanimity with them and their convictions like Sri Krishna. Because in ancient times, they were my people as well, my friends, as they were Christ. They were committed to the Aphrodite, okay? And so because they knew Sanjaya was going to win, they were committed to producing a superior product. And they committed to it because they said, we're not going to live without our women. And because you're taking them, we'll produce something better. So I give, in this end, much respect to Yahweh and to the Hindus because they went out of their way to do something, you know. Yes, they're divine members of the crux as well, so I'm giving them credit, okay? But once again, in America, you see the opposite. It's just declension, okay? So we literally don't have women as beautiful and shapely as the bots of Hindus, okay? Because they were actually built to be superior to the Shaddai goddesses. It was, a literal commitment. Yahweh actually said they're going to make me look bad. And I'm liking this because they're leaving me out of the process, which was wrong, okay? That part was bad, okay? But it's done. But at the same time, they did better than Americans. America has simply been diminishing the quality of life and appearance and access of the human race in the multiverse from the time it became a nation because of the pretense of all this broadcast and the reality of hermaphroditism. We are literally, as Americans, and Washington, D.C. is the seat of hermaphroditism, along with Philadelphia. Guess what Philadelphia's ancient word name was? Philistia. Did you know that? Ancient Philadelphia was called Philistia. Philadelphia was the Philistines. Yeah, did you know that? Yeah. Why? Because of what? They were into worshiping the fire god Dagon, and that's why they were really big into using flamethrowers and burning people to death. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. You will be amazed at the truth of what you read and what you assume. Yeah. What the Bible calls this and that, I'm going to tell you. The Bible has been changed so much, just like names, times, and places with the clock bell, that it's not that you don't want to read the book. The fact is, when you find out the deeper truth of the book, and the funny thing is, the Bible is true, but in terms of the deeper level of it, it gets real deep. Yeah, it gets real deep. Yeah, and you start finding out this and that. And more so, even the problem is this: because we live in a country that is ultimately controlled by anti-Christian elements, our country, so I'll put it this way, it limits how much truth is in the Bible. If you read a Bible from another country or a more true Bible in Europe, far more explicit truth in it. Things that are rejected in America. Why? Because it tells the story of who we are. It's that they don't want you to know, okay? Just letting you know these little things. Yeah, bots are real. Yeah, yes, and Scarlett and Johansson bots were sold and have been sold by Colin Jost. He has made a fortune. And I'm not just talking about our planet. In the multiverses, the people like him are super triple trillion. They are absolute trillionaires. Yeah, from death porn and from producing bots of women because they hate them because they consider them just something like To Colin Jost, ultimately, Scarlett's just more just like this brush. Okay, That's all she is. Or something he scratches his back with. He literally sees her more something as a piece of profit. What? Making merchandise of her. In their greed, they will make merchandise of you. Okay? This is what the Bible says about them. Right. And he's not the only one. But like I said, the Hindus chose at least the high road. And I give them credit for that. That though they did not do what Dad wanted, they at least chose to produce something because they didn't. Because they knew Sanjaya was going to win. So they said, we're going to produce something better. And now that Sanjaya is dead, there's not going to be a concern about his legacy being recorded because I killed him myself. He's in the abyss, like I said, screams in agony. He's in Acropolis screaming in agony 24/7. I said I'm going to put him in so much pain for the stuff he did to Scarlett and people and Tracy Sands and other women and to all of us that he won't be able to reincarnate. I put him in so much pain he can't even think. And guess what? It'll be there forever because I saw films of what he did to the women, made me enraged. So that was a long time ago. I must have been 9 or 10. But anyway, point is this. And that was after he was already dead for 8 or 9 years. Because, like I said, because me and him had a fight. I killed him when I was 2. But this is the point. Yes, Shiva the Destroyer. Yes. Yes. Total fraud. But this is the point is this. You need to know these things and y'all need to be informed about where you come from, what's going on in this country, and the reality of bots. It's been around forever. Selling them, been around forever. Yes. Scarlett and Johansson bots were considered the top bot. Colin has produced them forever for the U.S. military, going back trillions of years, yes, that we're living in repeat the clock bell cycles, yes, and that no, it's not 2022 like you think. We probably lived 1995 a trillion times alone in America, okay? We just keep living the clock bell iteration. Rewind, you wake up. The movie's about life, okay? The Matrix, it's all about life, okay, in America. It's not about an abstract society, okay? The clock bell changes time and season. It's the power of the beast, okay? Like I said, the Codex Bible, where the word rape, never rape was put in, it literally meant matter will not rape time, and that you can't change times and seasons, that God created the multiverses to be fixed, stable, and that we could not forward and tolerate because it basically, on a subatomic to super level, even in the heavens, it meant apocalypse, cataclysm, sun destruction. Everything became, every man has his price. Every atom has his price. Every hadron has his price. Every quark has its price. It became everything's pernomy for sale. To sell means to sell. That literally matter, energy, light, and God inside creation became pernomy. Okay? So once again, as I've been doing work to try to fix this, to block the apocalypse, I've been doing things because what? The issue was in the core colors of the quarks. It had to have a statement of stability that was uniform, that the quarks were forbidden, that never rape is literally etched into the color of the quark, so what? It's not an option. So if it's in the color of the quarks, like the mustard seed of faith, then when you go into the mountain, it'll have the same stability, so you don't have to worry about matter raping energy or energy raping light, or women being raped by men or vice versa. And once again, in the end, it circumvents apocalypse, okay? Because the way things were done, absolute danger. We live in all the time, okay? Once again, I could go deeper, but I'm going to leave it at that because it's getting late, and I'll post this and go to bed.